Today we're gonna make a super simple white pork ragu with some onion, garlic, ground pork, and rosemary. I'm gonna start by softening some onions and garlic and a bit of olive oil. Season the onions with a bit of salt. I wanna cook these down but not get any color on them. I'll crush 3 garlic cloves into this. You wanna keep moving it around so you don't get any color on the onions. It's on a medium heat. You don't want it too hot so you don't get the browning, but you don't want it too low so you actually are cooking it. We're out of the onions and soften them before the meat goes in and stuff like that. So you can see here after about 5-10 minutes, the onions are translucent. And this is what we're going for. The garlic's in there, you can smell it. Your kitchen is super fragrant. Now I'm gonna take this out, put your pan back on the heat, turn it up a little bit. I'm gonna add some more olive oil, and now we will brown the pork. So I'll let that olive oil heat up a bit. I'm gonna press the ground pork into a single thin layer on the bottom of the pan, and I wanna get a nice hard sear on this. So I'll press it out and then not touch it for at least 5 minutes. And this is where you're gonna build a lot of the flavor in the ragu from the browning of the meat on the bottom. I'll season this with some salt and a bit of pepper. Season this with salt and some pepper, and really just do your best to leave it so you get that nice crust on the bottom. Now you can start to see it's cooking all the way through in some spots. It's starting to sizzle and pop the oil, so you're starting to render some of the fat out of the pork. Now we'll try just moving it around. You're gonna build up a lot of that flavor through that. See some nice brown bits of sauce, like pork there. Now I'm gonna add the onion back in. I've got 2 sprigs of rosemary that I chopped finely up here. I'm gonna add a pinch of this in now and save some for the end. Stir this. I'll let that the pan get pretty hot again. And I'm gonna add some white wine. Just enough white wine so it doesn't cover the pork, but it's probably about a glass's worth. And then I'll use this to scrape all those brown bits off the bottom of the pan you can see there. You can break up the ground meat with your spoon too, but don't worry too much about that because that'll break down as it cooks. I want this white wine to almost fully reduce. See, it's really come down a lot there. It's probably reduced by about half now, if not more. And now I'm gonna add chicken stock. This is about a liter's worth of chicken stock. It's gonna seem like a lot, but as it cooks down, it will reduce and create a nice sauce with like a lot of body to it. And now we'll let this cook for about an hour. You could go 2 hours if you want, and I'll just keep this partially covered as it cooks. The ragu has reduced down a lot and cooked down. The pork is soft, nice and saucy. Now we'll cook some rigatoni. Pasta's cooked about 90% of the way. I'll remove it from the boiling water and finish cooking the pasta in the pan with the sauce. I'll add some pasta water as needed. It will seem maybe a bit liquidy or watery, but as the pasta keeps cooking and absorbs the water and it kind of reduces, the sauce will come together really nicely. Finish it off. I always like adding a bit of olive oil at the end. You can see the sauce is like nicely almost glazed the noodle too. All the rigatoni have like a nice little shine to it. Now I'll have a little bit more of the fresh rosemary to just kind of boost that rosemary flavor, and we're ready to go. Finish with some grated Parmigiano or Pecorino. Here's a nice white pork ragu with rosemary, white wine, some chicken stock, and rigatoni. It's a huge bowl of pasta. Just made this awesome white pork ragu with some rigatoni, some rosemary. I'm gonna enjoy this. If you want more recipes like this, visit our website.